Waiters chatting with each other in front of a customer. Someone scratching his back. Drink's not cold enough. Today we're going to be looking at the craziest food reviews on Google. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Avi. We're gonna go searching for this naturally. It's gonna be a little bit hard to find. Let's get started. If you don't mind kind of dropping a like, subscribing, you can always unsubscribe later. Let's jump in. Alright guys, I'm gonna pick somewhere on the earth. Guys, to find a review that no one has seen before. Let's go somewhere in America. I'm just going to close my eyes and kind of zoom and twist, you know what I mean? My eyes are closed. I'm looking away. Hope I'm zooming in. I don't know if I am. Okay, I'm zooming in. I'm zooming in. Okay. Okay. Ooh. I ended up somewhere very far from Earth. You know what I mean? Let's just go Wesley Center Restaurant. Cozy Corner Cafe, permanently closed. Okay, let's go on Yelp for help. City Tap House. Let's look at the reviews here. We're investigating today. Alright, ooh. So these are just random people. This is the funnest part. I was just trying to eat my food, and the server kept asking me how my food was, and I was nasty. I was nasty. Karen, what? And the forks were crusty with mold. I do not recommend. Y'all got me drunk. Ken. Guys, I think I found a gem here. I didn't think the first one would be this good. Okay. I find your complaints are invalid. That's good. Okay. I would recommend prior to a false review that you ask for a manager or owner. Both were available and would have happily discussed any inconvenience. As far as any complaint about silverware, we hand wash every piece every night, so there's no way you found anything. Now, your statement about getting drunk is your doing, and maybe why I quote your statement above, I was nasty. Could have been why you weren't brave enough to discuss with management. Okay, Ken. Let's see what Charisse had to say. If I could give less than 1 star, I would. We stopped here on a road trip heading home, and it was one of the only places in the area. We sat down at the bar, and the bartender acted annoyed we were even there. I've been to places like that. I had to ask for a food menu and was told a few times about the self-serve beer, which seemed like a way to not have to deal with us. I explained we were there for a group for food, and 20 minutes later, after multiple attempts to get attention of staff to order, we got up and left because it felt like we were being blatantly ignored. A few other customers around us were also struggling to get attention of servers. Very disappointing experience. Meant my wife and apologize for the unpleasant visit with us. I hope that your next visit will be more memorable and ensure that please ask for myself, Ken, or Christy. Ken, you were talking smack about poor little Karen, and here you are forgetting the I. Let's talk about grammar. Okay, these are not recommended. What do you mean? Do they just expire? That was a good one. Let's go to a different city. Let's go back on Google Earth. I'm gonna zoom back out. How do I twist it to the side? Like, that's weird. How do you twist the earth? Let's go somewhere in, like, California. I feel like, ooh, or Florida. Let's go to California. I feel like Californians might have a lot of good, juicy comments, you know what I mean? Let's go up a little bit right here. Right here. Okay, we're zooming in right here. In the middle of nowhere? Oh my gosh, this place looks so creepy. Why is it giving me anxiety? Okay, let's go to Mammoth Yosemite. The stove. Okay. Let's go to the stove reviews. This is so fun, guys. Like, I honestly didn't think it'd be that fun, but it is fun. Let's go down to these 1 stars. Okay. Let me look at the screen and make sure it's not sharing my location. Okay. Funny how potatoes being served since my review have actually looked edible, as opposed to the day I visited and had a terrible burnt, not edible potatoes. I'm hoping my criticism of my breakfast was actually taken into consideration. So he updated his review to a 1 after the potatoes have gotten better. You know, like, does that make sense to you guys? Like, so his first one was this. Ooh, we have a little bit of a morsel here. Very disappointed in my breakfast this morning. 5/20/2026. Okay. Honestly, before I read the rest of this, my first thought of this dude is like, we got a little bit of like main character syndrome here, you know? My breakfast included eggs, turkey, sausage patties, burnt potatoes, and English muffins with apricot and strawberry jam. The eggs were scrambled but okay. Turkey sausage patties had no flavor and were dry. The potatoes were the biggest disappointment. Country so-called potatoes were barely edible. Most of them were overcooked and not good at all. My friend did not touch his potatoes for that reason. Best part of my breakfast was the apricot jam for my English muffin. I don't come to Mammoth but 2 times a year for the past 45 plus years. My friend had a veggie omelet and said it was good. Wait. Oh, okay. I thought I read it as one sentence. Another friend had French toast that wasn't prepared to his specific liking. Asked for no cinnamon, but order still had cinnamon. I know, right? Who orders French toast without cinnamon? Needless to say, the breakfast was a huge disappointment. Worst breakfast ever in Mammoth. Will never return. Restaurant was fairly quiet, just had a few customers. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Eat. You are being a little bit of a liar here. You said you will never ever return, and here you are saying, funny how potatoes being served since my review have actually looked edible. How do you know that? And it's still this year. You have to remember the years here. Did you look at pictures? Like, I don't understand where you're coming from here. Let me look at a little bit more with this one. I'm a little curious. I feel like Stove needs to, like, we need to, like, look at something else. Coffee was terrible, so was the hot chocolate. I had a burger that was average at best. Kids menu pricing is expensive. Never coming back here. I also need to put a little warning for this video. These businesses might actually be good. Like, I'm not trying to go at these businesses, but these are online reviews that anyone could look at. So please don't judge it by these reviews, because these reviews are written by people that were angry for no reason, kind of main character syndrome. So these businesses might still be good. They might need some improvement, but it doesn't mean that they're just fully bad. So just need to give that warning. I want a good one. I want a good one. Ooh. OMG, what a ripoff. Had probably been here 100 times in the past. Heard it was sold and went downhill, so it had been years. My son wanted to go. My son wanted to go do 4 of us went. So, okay, so 4 of us went. $20+ for the blueberry pancakes, which would have been fine, but he charged $2 extra for maple syrup, which was so clearly watered down stuff. The regular fake syrup they came with was so much better. My husband mentioned that as we left, the girl couldn't have cared less. Also, no almond or any alternative milk to have with granola, so didn't get that. Who doesn't have oat or almond milk nowadays? Clearly a very unhealthy menu with lots of fatties as customers. We'll definitely go to other places next time in town. $150 for breakfast and very underwhelmed. You don't have to, like, call the customers fatties. Like, that's kind of messed up. But the maple syrup thing is annoying. Let's go to another one. Okay, let's zoom back out. I'm curious to see, like, if they have the same thing in, like, Europe. Sorry, I'm lost. I kind of want to like go somewhere like in the UK, and I don't know the UK, so let me just Nottingham. I'm quite interested. Ooh, every time I think it's gonna get good, it's like kind of boring, you know? This is kind of funny. Unfortunately, I really disliked the meal. The variety of what we ordered varied from mediocre to actively bad. The bread was fresh and tasty, but the presentation was lacking. The fish was crackling. The fish crackling was bland and vaguely fishy. The tuna, unfortunately, was bad. The amount of actual tuna was very minimal, but the tuna did not taste or look fresh. The potatoes tasted like they've been boiled and baked far earlier than just reheated and covered in sauce moments before coming out. The place was the absolute worst. It was downright horrible. The fish taste was ultimately inedible to our group. It tasted almost rank. The beef carpaccio, I don't know how to say that, was overwhelmed with horseradish. The tender stem broccoli was good but boring. It did not feel innovative, and ultimately we left fairly unsatisfied and disappointed. I trust him. It's just funny because it's in the UK, you know. Australia. Oh my gosh, I'm lost. Oh, there we are. We're upside. We're sideways here. Okay, let's go like other side. Let's go Florida. There's always a Florida person. Let me just like zoom in somewhere. Dilly Marsh. Where's like a good restaurant place? This feels like it's not. Ooh, there's a bunch of houses here. There has to be a restaurant nearby. Orlando. We're gonna go to the first one in Orlando. Wait, 6 reviews. Let's go most highest rating. Because it's interesting to see the bad reviews on a high rating thing. Ooh, this one is so popular, so let's do that one. Waiters chatting with each other in front of a customer. Someone scratching his back. Drinks not cold enough. The restaurant atmosphere is nice, but there are many mistakes. Okay, do you work somewhere? Because if you have a job, you know that like after hours and hours of working, like you're gonna go kind of insane if you don't like talk to your coworkers or like, I mean, maybe your back is scratching. I mean, they probably wash their hands. I'm hoping, but that's kind of like messed up to put a 1 for that, you know? I'll be passing this along, management team, as a coaching opportunity. Okay. Ooh, you know this one's mad, you know? When they have these type of things, you know they're mad. So let's read it. This place is the most overpriced place I've ever been in. They made us boil steak. I mean, how do you boil meat? The cheese was very average, and the fruits tasted store-bought. I mean, they don't grow their own fruits. You should probably expect that from a restaurant food chain that's not like a local organic, we grow all of our food place. Like, unless you went to some kind of Amish, like, ice cream shop where the cows are out there in the field. Don't expect that. The waitresses were nice, and I feel a little bad writing this. Well, good. This person still has like a little bit inside, you know, just a little bit. I feel a little bad writing this, but I don't want anyone to waste $300 on food that doesn't even taste good, whether cooked or not. The presentation and the salad is probably the only thing think I enjoyed. Don't waste hundreds of dollars on food that they literally buy at the market. I ordered the dessert, and oh my gosh, listen when I say all the desserts were store-bought. I'm not even joking. They gave us Rice Krispies, Chips Ahoy, and Waffle Bites. They're sold at Walmart for like $4 to $5 each, and the bill's still $300. I don't get how this is even open. That is interesting. This is interesting for sure. Like, okay, what's the point of this? Okay. I want to hear what he says about the store-bought stuff. We serve fresh fruits with our chocolate fondue, of course, but exceptionally also offer our guests favorite treats that they can dip in the melted chocolate as well. I mean, obviously, it's... Okay, now I get it. I didn't realize melting pot... I've never been there. I've heard of it, but, like, I didn't realize it was like the chocolate fountain place. Like, I didn't know they had a chocolate fountain. Obviously, they're gonna have like fruits and Rice Krispies. Like, we like that kind of stuff with chocolate, you know? That makes sense. So, yeah, you're a little bit crazy. You've gone mad. Let's do one last one. I'm thinking New York. Let me just try to. I want to go towards New York City, but I'm not looking. Okay. Where am I? So we were in Glen, right? Glenville? Let's go to Glenville. This one only has 14 reviews, but it's expensive, so I feel like the expensive ones have to be good. Ooh. 3 terribles. Yikes. This is for Max 410 at the water's edge. If you're looking for a beautiful setting to have a fantastic meal, $85 per person, while sitting next to a table of inconsiderates on full volume FaceTime call for over 30 minutes while your server pretends like it's not happening, then 410, Max 410 at the water's edge is the place for you. Oh, they like the food. I kind of wish he kind of went on about the food, but that sucks. Inconsiderates, I like that. There are inconsiderates in this world. Food, okay. Bad experience. 31st anniversary and booking. No one cared. Bad reaction to drink special. Told server, got sick, and left table. No one cared. Nicola, don't do that. Ugh, that's sad. Obviously, I'm emotional. Oh gosh, why not tear up a little? Okay. Terrible experience. We were seated in a very small table for 13 people, and only when we complained they added another table, which was smaller than the rest, creating quite a lot of inconvenience on how everyone was seated. They took our drinks order after 45 minutes, only because I asked. They took our appetizers order, and 1 hour later, they took our main courses, which came 2 hours after the drinks. Terrible. In general, the food was mediocre. All steaks, even the filet mignon, was incredibly dry. Seafood risottos had no cream. Only white rice with seafood. Ambience was very noisy. In a table of 13, we could not hear each other. Clearly, those at the extremes of the table could not hear each other, but I could not even hear the people in front of me. Terrible food, terrible service, and terrible ambience. Ambiance? How do you say that? I don't know. We will not go back. It does look kind of mediocre, honestly. Alright, guys. Well, it was super fun to do this. Like, I enjoy this more than I thought I would. It's just fun to look into these reviews that, like, almost nobody sees, but, like, people write it with such emotion that it's like, it needs to be seen. It needs to. Let me show you one of my reviews. Terrible service. We waited a good 30 minutes for our drinks and more for our food. They were very unorganized and couldn't remember what each person ordered. When our food did come, it was bland and very bad. Our plates were swimming in soggy, watery cheese and unappetizing lettuce. No one dared to finish their food. Pro tip, don't get the corn on the cob. It's 2 halves of a corn covered in mayo and flavorless powdered cheese. Don't get the burritos or anything with lettuce. I'm good. I'm good at this stuff, you know? So guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you liked it. Let me know if you want a part 2. I sure want a part 2. This was really fun to make. Let me know your comments down below. And I kind of want to get, like, your links to your reviews that you find or something. Or just put your reviews in the comments. I want to look at it again. Definitely planning on a part 2. So, y'all have a good day. See you next time. Bye!
And kind of dropping a like, subscribing. You can always unsubscribe. I can't talk. You can always unsubscribe later. You can always unsubscribe later.